Hello and welcome to another MCO market update on ADA. The ADA chart continues to be here in this triangle pattern. At least this is still a valid interpretation. I explained to you in more detail yesterday what would likely happen if the triangle invalidates, which would be a break below the red line at 51.5 cents. And in that case, we would likely move down lower into the area that was tested already in November, October, September, and that could be just a larger correction than in that case. Whether we call that a WXY structure or something, there are many options here, but for now I'm tracking the yellow pathway as a B wave correction, and in the B wave we have a WXY with an overshooting X wave and then an A, B, C now to the downside. But the triangle is also still valid, but with a very, very clear invalidation point at 51 cents. Yeah, so that's all good still. And what would need to happen for the triangle? Well, it's already highlighted on the chart. The triangle is seen as a potential fourth wave correction. That would mean in the hold on, I accidentally must have deleted the direct pathway higher. Let's bring that back onto the chart. It would simply be 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4, 5. Let me change the wave degree and color. Yeah, so like that, yeah. So it would be simply here within a C wave to the upside. It would mean we are dealing with a fourth wave in a C wave, and that fourth wave is a triangle, and the triangle itself is always an A, B, C, D, E structure. And we must have bottomed in the C wave. I mean, if it breaks below it, yeah, that triangle is going to be invalidated, because the C wave must not go below the low of the A wave in that context here. So any bounce from here would first be seen as a D wave. So you will see that in a minute on the smaller time frame. Could be an ABC structure in wave D, then an E wave down, and that could complete the fourth wave. No? So that's what I'm tracking, but only as long as we're holding the 51 cent level. And overall, once this correction is complete, the market could move to 170, 236, and so on. But we haven't even got a local low confirmation. Yeah, so don't focus too much on upside targets yet. Smaller time frame. Let me open that actually. Smaller time frame, a wave count for ADA. Here you can see the triangle in more detail. Count hasn't changed since yesterday. We're still exploring whether the C wave bottomed. We get some further evidence today. We see let's say a friendly environment for ADA. Prices going up a bit from that 51 cent level there. A double bottom that normally does not really mean it's already really bottomed. Yeah, in a triangle that's acceptable, but normally we don't expect impulsive price action from there, but it could still mean that the triangle is simply extending a bit, like C wave bottomed here, and then this is now the D wave. The D wave is an ABC structure, so it's a corrective pattern, A, B, C. That's what I'm tracking right now. For further evidence here, we need to hold a higher low in the next pullback and then break above resistance at 71 cents. Also break above the green line here, previous structural resistance around 77 cents. So I'm tracking for a potential D wave triangle. That should be a 3-wave move, and then another higher low in wave E before we go up. Yeah, it's really crucial that in the next pullback ADA holds a higher low, because if it doesn't, then well, we're likely following the yellow count. The yellow is also likely, but as long as we're holding above 51, I'm looking for higher. As long as we are below, or as soon as we go below 51 cents, it's clear yellow is taking the lead. Yeah, and there is some resistance here, Fibonacci resistance at least, that we can watch. That's relevant for the yellow scenario. If we see a strong rejection there and an impulsive decline, it would be a good indication that the C wave to the downside in the third wave is unfolding. So important to watch the 63 to 71 cent area for the yellow B wave. Yeah, but if the bounce continues a little higher, we form a corrective pullback. That is this white scenario that we can track, and we continue to track the triangle. But it really depends on the structure of the next pullback. It needs to hold a higher low. That B wave must not go below that 51 cent level. That's the update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button. leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.